Welcome to another EFT Borrowing Benefits group here at our Center for Inner Healing. We do them every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and everybody's invited, actually. In fact, you're invited if you're in the area on Long Island in the middle of Nassau County or anywhere close by. Feel free to come on down and join us, or you can just tap along with us right now. So we're going to do our EFT program right now, and the way we always start out with Borrowing Benefits groups is a resistance to change round, and then I'll get into the wording with you. And I suggest that you just tap right along with us. That's the best way to handle this, and that's if you choose to. And if you'd like to, tap along with the issues that we bring up in the group as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the resistance to change round, and here we go. Just follow along. If you don't know how to do EFT yet, just do what we're doing. So you say, even though I'm really resistant to change, I love and accept myself nonetheless. But I hate change. I can't stand change. It's the most difficult thing in the world for me. Because I'm afraid of it. I don't really like it a lot. And it worries me. What if I don't get what I like? If I change everything in my life and it still doesn't make it any better?
If I change everything in my life and it still doesn't make anything better?
Then what do I do?
That's
why I have resistance to change.
That's why I have resistance to change.
But I love and accept myself no matter how this all turns out.
But I love and accept myself no matter how this all turns out.
Here we go, top of the head. Use both hands, in fact, if you would. You just say, all this resistance to change.
All this resistance.
I'd like to give it up, but I can't.
I'd like to give it up, but I can't.
I can't let go of my resistance.
I can't let go of my resistance.
I might start changing.
I might start changing.
What happens if I don't get what I like?
What happens if I don't get
What happens if I don't get what I want?
What happens if I don't get what I want?
I'd make all those changes for nothing.
I'd make all those changes for nothing.
I'd have to change again.
I'd have to change again.
I don't want to change.
I don't want to.
That's why I have resistance to change.
That's why I have.
And I'm always going to keep this resistance to change.
And I'm always going to keep this resistance.
It keeps me safe.
It keeps me safe.
At least that's my illusion.
At least that's my.
If I don't change, nothing can go wrong.
If I don't change, nothing can go.
The problem is nothing's going right now.
The problem is nothing.
I need to change things.
I need to
change my life. I want to change my life.
I want to change.
But I have a lot of resistance to change.
I have a lot.
And it's not going to change so easily.
It's not gonna,
That's not changing either.
that's not changing either.
All this resistance to change. I choose to give it up now. I let it go forever.
I let it go.
I know that change is the one constant in life.
I know that change is the one constant in life.
And I'm not going to let go of my resistance that easily.
I'm not going to let go of that resistance.
But I'm going to choose to do it now.
But I'm going to choose to do
I choose to release all my resistance to change.
I choose to release all my resistance.
It hasn't served me well.
It hasn't served me.
I let it go now,
I let it go now,
knowing that's the best thing for me.
knowing it's the best.
I release all resistance to change.
I release all resistance.
I embrace change fully and completely.
I embrace change fully.
I allow change into my life,
I allow change.
and I embrace change in my life.
And I embrace change.
And knowing that change is going to make a difference for me.
Knowing that change is going to make a difference.
I accept change fully in my life
I accept change fully in my
and embrace it completely.
and embrace it completely.
Hands down, deep breath. Let it out. Ah. You may feel like yawning or shaking a little bit. You know, like dogs shake it off. That's the best way to handle when you finish a round of EFT. So next thing we do, we're going to go through the issues and get the words for people here. It's a small group tonight, but that gives you the opportunity to adapt your tapping to whatever issues may arise in your own mind. So as I'm going over the words with the group members, or member tonight, we're going to show you how to get your words. So first off, let's talk about your issue. What issue did you come in with tonight? Any issue tonight? No, you just came because you wanted to come.
Well, you know, I always like to see it. I think I gotta do the special girl thing because I feel like I feel.
You mean when I say you're special?
Yes.
And you go, ah.
You know, I was listening to from the Hay House Summit. They had a bunch of recordings, and someone was mentioning like sayings from the past that may trigger people. And someone said, he said, "What makes you think you're so special?"
What makes you think you're so special? Yeah.
Oh my God, where? like that just hit me, and I was like, I wrote it down, because I was like, I gotta bring that to the tapping group. And I forgot all about it, and now it just came up again. But the reason I say that is because I know from tapping over the last couple months that the pain is lessened with my menstrual flow, and it's still there. And I'm still so fed up with it, how exhausted and tired. I mean, I sweat, that's how much in pain I am from it. And I know that it's deeply rooted.
Well, you know, another thing that you could tap on, since you came in here is talking about the fact that you have your period this right now, and that you still have pain from it, is the pain.
Yeah.
That's something that's really with you right now. Just a thought.
Yes, it is.
That's something that a lot of women struggle with. And I remember doing this on one of the tapathons that somebody was having urinary tract infections. And as it turned out, as we talked about it, it turned out she had been sexually abused. And so we worked on the sexual abuse, and the pain went away. And the urinary tract infection went away. I heard from her later about that. So I'm just mentioning that because you've mentioned repeatedly in the group over the years that you've always had painful menstrual cycles. And you also mentioned about when you were told that you were special, that's when you were sexually abused. So I'm wondering if the two have something to do with one another. What's it feel like as we talk about it?
I believe they do. That's why I think that tonight would be good to tap on that special word.
Well, we'll use that with it, but I think what we want to, how we want to get into this topic is through the painful menstrual cycle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking that as frustrated as I am with the level of pain, it really, I have to say that it really has gotten better. I mean, I used to get up at 4 in the morning in terrible pain, have to take a hot bath.
Uh-huh.
And that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, then you've improved over the last 3 years that you've been doing EFT, yeah.
First 3 days in a row, or, so I'm like trying to remember, like trying to look for the progress in it instead of, oh, it's pain again, it's exhausting.
Well, yeah, but it's very hard to remember the progress when you can't remember the issue because you've done EFT on it, you know.
Yeah, but it really is exhausting.
Well, let's work on the pain issue first. What would you say your pain level's at right now, even since it's gotten better?
7?
7,
Right
okay.
now.
Right now, it's a 7. Let's work on that, and then we'll work into the specialness issue from there. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so for you out there watching, the way in which you do this is I want you to now focus right this moment on your particular issue. Whatever your issue is, focus fully on it right now. Feel it, see it, sense it, hear it, smell it, touch it, taste it, whatever it is, feel it. Be engaged with it, fully engaged. Feel it fully right now, as if you were in a holographic movie right now, reliving whatever it is that troubles you. Seeing it in the future as if it troubles you right now, that as if it was happening right now. Make yourself a part of the movie, a character in the movie that really troubles you. And now feel it fully. And now give it a title, give it a name. I didn't do it. Why does this always happen to me? When's this going to be over? After this is all over, then I can enjoy my life, whatever it might be. But make sure it's emotional and relatively short. So 3, 4, 5 words is more than sufficient generally to get the image in your mind into your being. The whole idea of this is just a reminder phrase. It's just something to say when I say your words. That's all it's for. So all you need to do is just say your words whenever I say your words. And I'll be doing that with you as well. And you can make your choice as to this menstrual pain or what makes you so special. What makes me so special. And that'll be your words. Out there, you make up your own words. But the whole idea of it is to anchor in your own issue to all the tapping that we're going to do with the person here in the group tonight. And in the meanwhile, you're just going to use the same words. Even if you're a guy, don't worry about it. You say the same words as we're saying here because you're doing the same tapping anyway. And your subconscious is going to know the issue anyway, but it'll simply lock it in when you say your words, okay? So here we go. You ready? 7. You're not ready. Okay, this is 7. Your stomach is going on you right now. Good. So I want you to also set your SUDS, your subjective unit of discomfort scale, between 0 and 10. 10 being the most. You're pulling your hair out. You're screaming. You're crying. You're gnashing your teeth. It's a 10! And she's at a 7. A 7 is like pretty substantial. It's not a 10, of course, but it's only 3 points off. So it's more than median point by a couple points, and it's all subjective anyway. You might not have as high a pain threshold as other people. You might have a higher one than others. Whatever it is for you is all that matters. And the whole point of this is to give you a reference point so you know if you're doing better, worse, or staying the same. That's all it's really about. Whole idea we have, our goal is to get it down to a 0 so you can't even feel it anymore, whatever it might be. And you know all about that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to tap right now. We're going to say, even though I have a substantial menstrual pain right now.
Even though I have a substantial menstrual pain right now.
It's gotten better over the years.
It's gotten better over the years.
Since I've been tapping.
Since I've been tapping.
But it's still a 7.
It's still a 7.
I hate this pain.
I hate this pain.
I can't stand when it happens.
I can't stand when it
I'm so
happens.
uncomfortable.
I'm so uncomfortable.
And it really reminds me of when I was so special.
And it really reminds me of when I was so special.
Or at least I was told I was so special.
Or at least I was told I was so special.
And that's what's really gotten under my skin.
And that's what's really gotten under my skin.
And into my body.
And into my body.
And that's what troubles me so much.
And that's what troubles me.
But I love and accept myself no matter what.
But I love and accept myself no matter what.
Here we go, top of the head. So this menstrual pain is really substantial.
This menstrual pain is really...
I'd like to let it go now.
I'd like to let it
I'd
go.
like to release it completely.
I'd like to release it.
I'd like to have no pain.
I'd like to have no...
My body will do what it has to do without pain.
My body will do what it has to do.
That's not going to happen for me.
That's not going to happen.
It's never happened before.
It's never happened before.
It's because I've always been attached to the special quality of this whole thing.
It's because I've always been attached to the special quality of this whole
And what makes me so special?
And what makes me so special?
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
That's what I'm struggling with. That's what I'm suffering from.
That's what I'm suffering.
Because I've been taught that I'm so special
Because I've been taught that I'm so
that I'm having a special period. The collarbone point, say your words. Say your words. And you just say
What
this.
makes me think I'm so special?
There you
All
go.
this pain in my uterus.
There you go.
It's so unbearable sometimes.
Onto the armpit. I'd like to let this go now.
I'd like to let this go.
I can't let it go.
I can't let
You don't understand.
You don't understand.
Nobody understands what I went through.
Nobody understands what I was.
He made me think I was special.
He made me think.
He told me how special I was.
told me how-
Oh, what a special little girl you are.
Oh, what a special.
And then he took advantage of me.
And then he took it.
He sexually abused me.
He sexually abused.
And now I'm still suffering.
And now
I'm suffering the pain of that abuse.
I'm suffering the pain.
And it's never going to go away, I'm afraid.
And it's never going to go away.
That's my fear. That's my greatest fear.
That's my greatest.
Top of the head, say your words again. Say your words now.
I think I'm so special.
Eyebrow
What
point.
makes you think you're so special?
I don't think I'm so special.
I don't think I'm so.
Yes, I do. I'm very special.
Yes, I do. I'm
Just not in the way he wanted me to be special.
just not in the way he wanted me to be.
I'm a very special person.
I'm a very special.
But then again, everybody else is too.
Then again, everybody.
Hey, what do you mean?
Hey, what do you mean?
If everybody else is special too, that means I'm not special either.
If everyone else is special too, that means I'm not special.
That's right.
That's right.
Nobody's special.
Nobody's.
We're all the same.
We're all
We're all equal.
equal.
And we're not better than each other.
And we're not.
We're just different than each other.
We're just different.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
We're all learning.
We're all learning.
That's what this is about.
That's what this
This experience on earth is about that.
this experience on earth is about that.
So why do I think I'm so special?
So why do I think I'm so special?
Because I have this pain in my uterus.
Because I have this pain in my uterus.
Top of the head. Say your words again on the top of the head.
What makes you think you're so special?
Eyebrow point. I'd like to let this go now. I'd like to release this now. I let this go now. I release this pain and suffering.
I release this pain.
I release this feeling of being special.
I release this feeling of being.
I never was special. I don't feel special.
I don't feel.
I reject specialness
I reject special.
and accept myself as exactly who I am.
And accept myself for exactly who I am.
Just who I am.
Just who I am.
Hands down, take a deep breath. And let it out. May want to Move your head around a little bit, just relax a bit, and feel how you feel now. Check in with your SUDS, your subjective unit of discomfort scale. See how you feel. So are you more or less the same? And how are you?
It's interesting how much tapping around this stuff makes my throat constricts.
So your throat is constricting now, okay. How's your uterine pain?
It's a little better.
A little better. 5 or 6? 6, 7?
6,
6, okay. And how about
maybe 5.
when you're special?
Oh,
You are special.
that's worse.
That's worse. Okay, that's fine. We're taking care of one thing at a time. Actually, we're doing too many things for you right
When
now.
you say that, it was like the pain
Pops right out.
incubating.
Well, that's good. That means the test is successful. You failed.
Unfortunately.
No, it's not unfortunate. The idea is we just take it as it is. Just whatever it is, we'll just keep dealing with it until it's all gone. It'll go.
And then my 10-year anniversary.
Just takes time. Just takes time. Okay, so everybody ready? Here we go. Now mark your number down, your new SUDS. Her SUDS is down from a 7 to a 6, or maybe even a 5, she said. And yet on the other side of that, the specialness thing actually went up. So that's a good thing because it means we have movement in both things. Just because one went up doesn't mean it's good or bad. It makes it more intense, but that means it's a better opportunity to release it. So I'm not worried about that at all. And we'll move on through that eventually. So here we go. Second round here. This is just the second round. Can you imagine? All right. So we're going to say, even though there's been a little decrease in my uterine pain,
Even though there's been a little decrease in my uterine pain,
I'd like to let it go completely.
I'd like to let it go completely.
I don't need to have pain just when I have a period.
I don't need to have pain when I have a period.
I can let that go.
I can let that go.
I know when it's happening.
I know when
I don't need any painful reminders.
I don't need any pain.
And I don't need any painful reminders of why I'm having the pain.
I don't need any painful reminders of why I'm having the pain.
When I was told I was special.
When I was told that.
And taken advantage of.
And taken
And
advantage.
sexually abused.
And sexually-
And all the stuff that came after that.
And all the stuff that came out.
That ruined my life.
That ruined my life.
And I hate him.
And I hate it.
Still hate him.
I still hate him.
But I hate the pain.
But I hate the
Which is a good representation of him.
which is a good representation of him.
I'm still feeling the pain of him.
I'm still feeling the pain of him.
And I love and accept myself no matter what.
And I love and accept myself no matter what.
Here we go, top of the head. So I'm feeling a little better, and I like that a lot.
I'm feeling a little better and I like
I'd like to let it go completely, though.
I'd like to let it go completely.
I'd like to release this pain now completely.
I'd like to release this pain now completely.
I want to let it go finally.
I want to let it go finally.
Release it completely.
Release it completely.
Let it go once and for all.
Let it go once and for all.
And allow my body to act naturally, normally,
And allow my body to act naturally and normally.
without any pain during
Without
periods.
any pain during my period.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I know when it's happening.
I know when
Don't need a reminder.
I don't need a reminder.
But the truth is,
But the truth is,
I haven't been in control of my body for a long time.
I haven't been in control of my body.
And that's changing now.
And that's changing.
It's going to change even further as we go along.
It's going to change even further as we go along.
We're going to eliminate this pain tonight
We're going to eliminate this pain tonight.
and allow it to move on.
And allow
Send it back to love, to God with love.
send it back to God with love.
Top of the head, say your words, top of the head. Can't remember your words, can you?
Pain, what makes you think you're so special?
That's a good thing. You couldn't even remember the words. That's good.
Constriction in my throat.
Eyebrow point, say your words again. Say your words
All
again.
this constriction in my throat. This topic makes me very uncomfortable. I can't think straight.
Side of the eye. I'm now going to release the pain.
I'm now going to release the pain.
I release the pain completely now.
I release the pain.
I let it go completely.
I let it go.
It doesn't serve any purpose to hang on to it any longer.
It doesn't serve any purpose.
I don't need it to remind me of anything.
I don't need it to remind
I release it completely.
I release it.
I let it go completely.
I let it go completely.
I don't need it any longer.
I don't need it anymore.
I release it now.
I release it now.
Hands down, take a deep breath. And let it out. Okay. Check in with your SUDS now and see where you're at. And where are you at?
I don't know, I'm having trouble breathing. I guess, but I don't know if this is a change, but the thought that came to me was I don't want to be overshadowed by my uncle even from the grave. You know, I feel like
Oh,
there's an overshadow of
sure.
my life
Sure, I like that.
around this, so I think that would be good.
What that really sounds like to me is, what's the pain like right now?
It's hurting.
It's hurting now.
Yeah, like a 7.
7, back to 7, okay. So what it really means to me is you've shifted, gone down and come back, and a new aspect of the original pain is here now. I don't want my uncle overshadow my life, even though he's already in the grave. Yeah, okay, fine. And that's a 7 too.
If I think about that, it's like a 10.
10.
I feel this
So think about it right now. Think about that.
disturbing fear around my
Fine, think about it.
heart.
Think about it.
Yeah, I want to throw up.
Good. Don't throw up.
I won't, but
If you are, just grab
I
a
won't
basket.
throw up, but I have that feeling of,
Okay, revulsion.
yeah.
Okay, fine. So say, even though
Even though
I have this revulsion
I have this revulsion,
whenever I think of my uncle,
whenever I think of my uncle,
who was my abuser,
who was my abuser,
overshadowing my entire life
overshadowing my entire
from his grave.
from his grave,
And I won't allow that anymore.
and I won't allow.
But that's what this guy's been doing to me forever.
That's what this guy's been doing.
My whole life was ruined by him
My whole life's been ruined
because of his selfish urges.
because of his selfish urge,
And I detest his memory.
and I detest his.
And I don't want it overshadowing my life any longer.
And I don't want it overshadowing my life.
But I love and accept myself no matter how he happens to be.
I love and accept myself no matter how he happens to be.
Here we go, top of the head. So I don't want my uncle overshadowing my life any longer.
I don't want my uncle overshadowing my life.
He's in the grave, leave him there.
He's in the grave.
I want to forget he ever existed.
I want to forget he ever.
I want to forget he ever took part in anything with me.
I want to forget he ever took.
He abused me, the son of a bitch,
He abused me, the son of a bitch.
and I'll never forgive him for that.
I'll never.
And I'll never be able to forget him.
And I'll never be able to.
That's my greatest fear,
That's my great.
that I won't be able to forget him.
That I won't be able to.
That he'll always overshadow my
That
life.
he'll always overshadow my.
And that's because of
And that's because
Me.
of me.
I'm allowing that.
I'm allowed.
It's happening within me.
It's happening.
He's already dead.
He's already dead.
He can't say a word about my life anymore.
Say a word.
He can't come back and do anything more to me.
He can't come back
He's
to me.
dead.
He's dead.
Except in my mind,
Except in my.
which is caught up in the past.
Which is caught up in
Suffering through that past over and over and over again.
suffering through that past over and over.
Every month I suffer through it.
Every month I suffer.
That's why I have the pain.
That's why.
Every time I have a period, I have pain.
Every time
I'm still bringing him back up.
still bringing him back.
That's what's making me suffer.
That's what's
My mind makes me suffer.
my mind makes.
He's not around anymore.
He's not around anymore.
I know it's only my mind
I know it's only my
because that's the part of me that's always stuck in the past or the future.
Because that's the part of me that's always stuck in the past.
And this is the past.
And this is the past.
So it's me doing this,
It's me doing.
not him.
Not him.
The memory of him within me is what's doing it.
Him within me is doing it.
And that's going to stop now.
That's going to.
I control me. I control my mind.
I control.
No, I don't. That's the problem.
No, I don't. That's. The,
I don't control my mind at all.
I don't control my mind.
My mind controls me.
My mind controls.
And it keeps wanting to jump into the past.
It keeps wanting to jump.
Every time you say I'm special,
Every time you say I'm.
it takes me right back to the past. That makes sense to me.
Right back to the past, and that makes sense.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like.
That means I'm not in control of my life.
That means I'm not in.
That means my mind is in control, and that's not what I want anymore.
That means my mind is in control, and I don't want that.
What are you talking about? That's what they taught me in school.
What are you talking about? That's what.
Rely upon your intellect.
Rely upon. You.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Except it's not serving me very well right now.
Except it's not serving me very.
It's making me think of the past all the time.
It's making me think of the past.
I don't want to do that any longer.
I don't want to do that anymore.
So why do I keep doing it?
So why do I keep doing it?
It's all me doing it.
It's all me.
I take full responsibility for doing it.
I take full responsibility.
I accept the fact that my mind has been doing this to me.
I accept the fact that my mind has been doing this,
And I now change my mind.
and I now change my.
My mind, I make a new choice.
I make a new choice.
My choice is to stop my mind from dwelling on the past.
My choice is to stop my mind from dwelling on
Whenever that happens in the future,
whenever that happens,
whenever it happens anytime,
whenever it happens anytime,
I'm going to stop thinking about it.
I'm going to stop thinking about
Instantly.
it instantly.
Whenever the pain comes up,
Whenever the pain comes up,
pain during a period,
pain during the pain,
I'll simply tap.
I'll simply
I'll talk about it then. But no other time.
know.
I will not think about being abused any other time but when I'm tapping.
I will not think about being abused
And-
except when I'm tapping.
And that will eliminate it.
And that will eliminate it.
The rest of the time, if it arises, I'm going to push it aside.
The next time it arises, I'm going to push it aside.
I'm not allowing those thoughts in my mind any longer.
I'm not allowing those thoughts.
I'm not suppressing them.
Not
I'm not engaging with them.
I'm not engaging.
I'm not allowing them to take me over any longer.
I'm not allowing them to take me over.
And that will stop the pain,
And that will stop.
and that'll stop my mind
and that will stop
from keeping me stuck in the past.
from keeping me stuck in
And that's what I want to do. Because I refuse to allow my uncle to overshadow my life any longer.
Because I refuse to allow my uncle to overshadow my life.
And the only way that can happen
And the only way that can
is through me and my mind.
is through me and my mind.
By the way, say your words one last time. Say your words. I'm not.
You are overshadowing my life.
There you go.
This is unacceptable.
Side of the hand, I'm going to follow your directions.
I'm going to follow
I know they're going to work for me.
directions. I know they're going to work for me.
Hands down, deep breath. And let that out. Now you see why it's so important to understand how the mind operates now? It's been you doing it all along. Your mind keeps you stuck in the past.
Yes.
It may not appear to you that way. How it appears to you is, look at what my uncle's doing even now. He's overshadowing my mind even from the grave. But the truth is, he can't. He has no power any longer. He never did in reality. But now, he's overshadowing it through your mind. Your mind keeps you stuck in the past. If you just come into the present moment, he's gone. And you can do that, by the way, with presence. Just be present with something. Be present with a plant. Be present with my eyes. Be present with a person next to you or a pet. Anything. Just be present. And the mind goes quiet. Has no choice. So that's the solution for that. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a good solution.
So whenever you feel that's coming up, now a lot of this is happening on a subconscious level, but whenever you feel something like that coming up, and he shows up, mentally shows up in some fashion, just go into presence, to stillness, silence. Just focus on something. For you, if you want to stare, it's okay. The point is that just quiet the mind. I remember when you came in, I was lying down, listening to that meditative music. My mind was quiet, still. And that's really where you want to be.
That's right.
Quiet and still. And you can do that almost any time or any place you choose to. Just be present. That's all it takes. How are you feeling right now?
My head was a little buzzy and I'm feeling tired, so that's good.
Well, those are good side effects of tapping, yeah. How's the pain, your uterine pain right now?
Yeah, it's less in my stomach and pain is shooting down my legs.
Pain is shooting down your legs. Well, you know, this isn't a magic bullet. It does take some time and effort, so.
This is usually what happens. I get pain shooting down my legs.
Well, how bad is the pain shooting down your legs? What level is it between 0 and 10? 10 being the most.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Okay, so you say, even though I have this pain shooting down my legs now,
Even though I have this pain shooting down my legs now,
this is normal for me with my period.
this is normal for me with my period.
And I don't like it,
I don't like it.
but there's nothing I can do about it.
There's nothing I can do about it.
That's my illusion.
That's my illusion.
Because I haven't been able to do anything about it before,
Because I haven't been able to do anything about it before.
that doesn't mean I can't do something about it now.
That doesn't mean I can't do
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, yes.
This isn't going to work for me.
This isn't going to work
It's just
for
some
me.
dumb tapping.
It's just some dumb.
What's that going to do for my pain in my
What's
legs?
that going to do for my pain in my legs?
But I love and accept myself no matter what happens.
I love and accept myself no matter what happens.
Top of the head, this shooting pain in my legs.
Shooting pain in my
It always does this.
It always does.
Whenever I have my period, I get shooting pains down my legs.
Whenever I have my period, I get shooting
Nothing's going to work for me.
Nothing's going to
This is the way it is for me with a period.
This is the way it is for me with a period.
And it's not going to change just because we do some silly tapping.
It's not going to change just because we do some silly
This pain in my legs
This pain.
This shooting pain in my legs.
Shooting pain.
It's not going to change.
It's not gonna.
I'm afraid it'll never change.
I'm afraid
I don't see how it could change.
I don't see how.
Why would it change?
Why would it?
What's this got to do with that?
What's this got to do with?
It's got nothing to do with it.
It's got nothing to do.
On the other hand,
On the other,
we've actually mitigated my uncle quite substantially.
we've actually mitigated my uncle quite substantially.
And that means I don't have the same emotional ties to the pain in my legs.
And that means I don't have the same emotional ties to the pain in my.
I break free of those ties.
I break free of those ties.
I cut those old ties
I cut those old
and release myself from the pain.
and release myself.
I relinquish all ties to the pain
I relinquish all.
and forgive myself for having them in the first place.
Forgive myself for having.
I let go of them completely.
I let go of it.
I release them completely.
I release them. completely.
I don't want them any longer.
I don't want.
I release them now,
I release them.
and I enjoy my life from now on
I enjoy my life
without pain
without pain
and without my uncle.
and without my uncle.
Hands down, deep breath. There's a good yawn. And there's another good yawn. Okay. So what are you feeling now?
Better?
Better, okay. What are you feeling? How's the shooting pain now? Was it, huh?
Gone,
It's gone? Okay.
sort of. Yeah.
Sort of?
Well, it was gone and then I moved and then it was a little activated, but
Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm not, you don't have to do anything for me. I'm happy no matter whether it comes or goes or stays. It doesn't matter to me.
It's kind of moved from my legs back to my uterus.
Back to uterus. Okay, fine. So you say even though. So now what's happening is we're chasing the pain here. And the pain has gone from her legs, then it went away, and now it's back located in her uterus. We're just chasing the pain. It's leading us on a merry chase, that's all. So you say, now the pain's back in my legs.
Now the
I'm at
pain-
about back in my uterus.
Back to my uterus.
And it's never going to change.
It's never going to.
You might as well give up now.
You might as well give up.
This
now.
isn't going to change for me.
This isn't going to change.
It never has.
It never has.
Why would it change now?
Why would it change?
Just because it moved around a little doesn't mean anything.
Just because it moved around a little doesn't mean anything.
I'm just fooling you.
I'm just fooling.
I'm fooling with you.
I'm fooling with
Or
you.
at least my body is.
At least my body is.
But the fact of the matter is, I don't like this pain.
The fact of the matter is, I don't.
And I want it to end now.
I want it to end now.
And I love and accept myself whether it does or doesn't.
I love and accept myself whether it does.
And I accept my entire body no matter what.
And I accept my entire body no matter what.
Here we go, top of the head. Just go, now it's back in my uterus.
Now it's back in my.
And I don't like that.
I don't. Like,
I thought this was supposed to work better than that.
I thought this was supposed to work.
And when it was shooting down my legs, I thought you'd gotten rid of it.
And when it was shooting down my legs, I thought you got.
But it changed back to my uterus.
But it changed back to my.
So in other words, this has all been for naught.
Otherwise, this has all been for
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing works for me.
nothing. Worked.
I'm a poor victim, I am.
I'm a poor victim, I am.
But the truth is,
The truth is,
it's moving.
it's moving.
And that's a good sign.
That's good.
I like that sign.
I like that.
If I could make it move all the time, I'd be happy.
If I could make it move all the time, I'd be happy.
But I really feel frustrated anyway.
I really feel frustrated.
It's supposed to work better than this.
It's supposed to work better.
It's back to where it started.
It's back to where it's.
When is it going to go away?
When's it gonna go away?
What if it never goes away?
What if it
I don't like that idea. Don't say that thing. Don't say that to me.
say that to me?
I don't want to hear that.
I don't want.
I want solutions.
I want. solutions.
I don't want continuing problems.
I don't want.
And the pain is hurtful.
And the pain.
And it hurts me.
It hurts me.
That's because I haven't let it go in my mind yet.
That's because I haven't let it go.
I haven't let it go at the cellular level yet.
I haven't let it go at the.
But I'm about to. I'm going to release it from my cellular level
I'm
now.
gonna release it from my cellular level now.
Now it's going to work differently.
Now it's gonna work differently.
Hands down, deep breath. I didn't say your words, I know that, but we'll get back to that next round. How's that feel now?
That's good.
What do you mean it's good?
No pain.
No pain. Anywhere. Not in the legs, not in the uterus.
Well, I have like now constipated pain.
Now you have constipated pain. Okay, so that's sort of a tightening up
But
in your...
there was like a. I felt like someone was like stabbing me, and that pain went away when you said something about cellular level.
Okay.
So that was like
So here we go. And how much is the pain in your constipation level now?
3.
3. So you say, even though all the other pain is gone,
Even though all the other pain is gone,
now I'm focusing on being constipated.
now I'm focusing on being constant.
Am I really telling you all these things?
I'm really telling you all these things.
And you're recording me?
Teresa's listening
I don't want to do this anymore.
anymore.
But I have a real problem.
But I have a real problem.
All these issues
All these issues
are emotionally based for me.
are emotionally based,
And they're at a cellular level for me.
and they're at a cellular.
I'm out of control.
I'm at
My mind, at least, is out of control.
a mind at least,
And that's what worries me.
and that's what
I hate it when my mind is out of control.
I hate it when my mind.
I want to be in control all the
I
time.
want to be in control,
And my body is telling me
and my
otherwise.
body's telling me.
I wonder which one knows better.
I wonder which one knows.
And I love and accept myself, my body, and my mind.
I love and accept myself, my body, and my mind.
Here we go, top of the head. So now I've got constipation pain.
Now I've got constipation.
All the other pain's gone.
All the other pain.
Why couldn't this go with it?
Why can't this go with?
I don't want it to go.
I don't want.
I'm not letting it go yet.
I'm not letting. It
I am constipated.
I'm constipated.
On a cellular level, no less.
Cellular level.
Because I'm constipated on a mental level.
I'm constipated on a mental level.
My mind still won't let go.
My mind still won't let go.
It just won't.
It will not.
It's been
let go.
conditioned to stay in control.
It's been conditioned.
And I need to stay in control.
And I need. to-
That's why I don't go regularly.
That's why.
That's why I'm not going enough.
That's why I'm not.
But from now on, that's going to change.
From now on, that's going to.
Things are going to change in my system.
Things are going to change.
My transit time is going to improve dramatically.
Transit time is going to improve
That,
dramatically.
that time it takes from going from this orifice to that one.
The time it takes from going to this orifice to that one.
It's going to release.
It's going to release.
I'm not going to hold on to things in my bowel any longer.
I'm not going to hold on to things in my belly.
I'm not going to hold on to things in my body any longer.
I'm not going to hold on to things in my
I'm going to release the food after extracting the nutrients.
I'm going to release the food after extracting the nutrients.
The byproducts can leave my body quicker that way.
The byproducts can leave my body quicker.
And the poisons and byproducts will go out of my body quicker.
Poisons and the byproducts will go
And
out
that's what I want.
quicker.
I want my body to just streamline.
I want my body to just stream.
I want it to allow things to go through it and not stay in it.
I want to allow things to go through it and not stay in it.
That way I'll lose weight quicker.
That way I'll lose weight.
I'll feel better.
I'll feel.
I won't be as logy as I've been.
I won't be as low-key as
I won't be as bloated as I've been.
I won't be as bloated as.
And things will literally change dramatically.
And things will literally change.
And I like that idea. I want that to happen. I direct that to happen.
I direct.
I want that to happen starting now.
I want that to happen starting now.
And it's going to do that.
And it's going to.
It has no choice because I've made my mind up.
It has no choice because I've made my.
Not my left brain,
Not my left.
but the deeper part of me.
But the deeper part.
The deepest parts of me wants it this way.
The deepest parts of me want this.
I want my body to function better and more quickly.
I want my body to function better and more quickly.
I don't need coffee to do it. I don't need any stimulus to do it. I don't need sugar in my life.
I don't need sugar.
I release all that stuff now,
I release all that stuff.
permanently, and let it go completely,
I let it go,
knowing that my body is going to do far better without it,
knowing that my body is going to do far better.
and it's going to actually achieve the size and shape that I want,
I'm actually going to achieve the size and shape that I want.
naturally.
Naturally.
It's got nothing to do with poundage.
It has nothing to do with power.
It has to do with body size and shape
It has to do with body size
and tone.
and tone.
And I'm going to have all those things exactly the way I want it, naturally.
And I'm going to have all those things exactly the way I want it naturally.
Hands down, take a deep breath. Let it out. And I know I forgot to do the say your words one more time, but I'm sort of into this right now, so please bear with me. Now, how does that feel?
Interesting, the pain has moved to my stomach, and the words that keep coming up is all this uncertainty.
All this uncertainty. Okay. So you say, even though
Even though
the pain has now moved to my stomach,
pain is now moved to
And
the stomach.
I keep hearing the words, all this uncertainty.
I keep hearing the words, all this uncertainty.
And that's the important thing to me.
And that's the important thing.
I don't believe any of this is going to work.
I don't believe any of this is going
Unless I set my mind to it,
unless I set my mind
it's
to
not happening.
it. It's not happening.
And I haven't set my mind to it.
And I haven't set my
I haven't committed myself to doing this.
I haven't committed myself.
And if I don't commit myself through willpower, it doesn't happen.
And if I don't commit myself through willpower, it doesn't happen.
That's the real issue.
That's the real issue.
And it's not true, by the way.
And it's not true, by the way.
And I love and accept myself, no matter how it works out.
And I love and accept myself no matter how it works out.
Here we go, top of the head. The pain is moved to my stomach.
The pain is moved to my stomach.
And I keep hearing these words repeated in my mind.
I keep hearing these words repeated in my mind.
What were the words again?
All this uncertainty.
All this uncertainty.
All this uncertainty.
Because it feels uncertain to me.
Because it feels uncertain to me.
None of this seems like it's really going to work.
None of it seems like it's really.
Collarbone points, say your words now. Say your
This
words.
uncertainty. I have so much fear in my body.
All right, under the armpit, say,
Uncertainty.
everything seems uncertain right now
Everything seems uncertain.
because I really haven't set my willpower to doing this.
Because I really haven't set my willpower to do it.
And nothing works for me until I set my willpower up.
And nothing works for me until I set my willpower.
My mind has to be made up before anything's going to change.
My mind has to be made up before anything's going to change.
That's my thinking pattern.
That's my thinking.
That's my experience.
That's my.
That's the way it's going to be in my body.
And that's the way it's going to be in my.
But that's not true.
But that's not true.
It can all happen naturally and normally
It can all happen naturally and normally
if I allow it.
if I allow it.
But my mind is such
My mind is such
that I can't allow that.
that I can't.
I have to make my mind up.
I have to make.
I'm so conditioned to using my mind
I'm so conditioned to using.
and relying upon my mind
I'm relying upon.
that I don't think it's ever going to happen any other way.
that I don't think it's ever going to happen any other way.
But now, right now,
But now, right now,
I'm going to trust.
I'm going to try.
There was a big gap there. I'm going to trust that this can work for me
Can work for me
naturally,
naturally
without me having to do it through willpower.
without me having to do it.
I can add willpower
I can add
if I choose to,
if I choose.
but it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
We are changing my mind
We are changing my mind
on a cellular level,
on a cellular
on a
level,
deeper level than just my mind.
on a deeper level.
This is going very deeply right now,
This is going very deeply,
very deeply,
very deep.
and I'm going to make it work
And I'm going to make it
without willpower.
without willpower.
Top of the head, say your words now. Say your words one more time.
Uncertainty and fear in my body.
I have a lot of fear that it's not going to work, though.
I have a lot of fear.
And I'm not sure that it's going to work now,
I'm not sure it's going to work now,
but it will work
but it will work
because I choose it.
because I choose.
Now I'm back to willpower.
Now I'm back to willpower.
It will work
It will work
because it has no choice.
because it has no.
We've eliminated all negatives.
We eliminated all negative.
And unless I reestablish them
And unless I reestablish them
through my mind,
through my mind,
this will work.
this will work.
I like that idea.
I like that idea.
Hands down, deep breath. Let it out. And how do you feel now?
That's very good, Ted.
Okay. How do you feel?
Good. A little buzzy.
A little buzzy?
Like I smoked a doobie.
Like you just smoked a doobie, huh? Okay. So you're buzzing right now, which is good. Okay, and how's the pain?
Good. It's all right. I mean, still have a little bit here.
A little in your stomach?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like it was. It's like, other than like the fear of it not working, I have like a fear of the change. Like,
You're afraid of it working.
yeah.
I know that. So even though, and that's what, about a 6, 8, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
8, okay. So you say, even though
Even though
I have a little fear left that it won't work,
I have a little fear left that it won't work.
but the greatest fear I have is that it will work.
The greatest fear.
And then I won't have to use my brain all the
I
time,
have to use my brain on.
and that really upsets me.
It
It really upsets my mind,
really upsets me.
because my mind is very strong and capable,
I'm just very strong and capable.
and it's worried.
And it's worried.
that if this works without it
And then if this works without
playing a role in the whole thing,
playing a role in the whole thing,
then I'll come to the conclusion I don't need my mind so much.
I'll come to the conclusion I don't need my mind so much.
That's not the way my mind wants to hear it.
That's not the way my mind wants to hear it.
My mind wants to be central to everything in my life.
My mind wants to be central to everything in my life.
Because, did you say special or central?
Oh, I don't know.
You said special, I think.
I did?
Yeah, I think so.
Central.
Central. Well, that's okay. And it is special.
It is special.
But it doesn't have to be part of everything I do either.
It doesn't have to be part of everything.
Oh, now it's going to make me suffer.
Now it's going to make me
Just like Peter, it's going to make me suffer.
like Peter. It's going to make me suffer.
But I love and accept myself and my mind too.
I love and accept myself and my mind too.
Here we go, top of the head. So I'm not so afraid that it will work. I'm sorry, that it won't work, I'm more afraid that it will work.
I'm more afraid that it will work.
If it does work,
If it does work.
my mind is worried that it won't be needed any longer.
My mind is worried that it won't be needed.
That's its biggest concern.
That's its biggest concern.
And if it's not needed, then what?
And if it's not needed, then what?
Then it's worried
Then it's worried.
that it's excess baggage.
That it's excess
It
baggage.
loses its lifetime position
It loses its lifetime
as the one,
as the one
that matters.
as the one that matters.
My mind does matter.
My mind does
I'm
matter.
always going to need my mind.
I'm always gonna
Always.
need my mind. Always.
But I don't need it for weight loss.
But I don't need it.
I don't need to have weight loss through willpower.
I don't need to have weight loss through willpower.
It's changing as we're tapping.
It's changing as
It's changing on a cellular level,
It's changing on a cellular
on a spiritual level,
level, on a spiritual
on a soul level.
on a soul
We're changing it all energetically right now.
changing it all energetically.
So we don't need the mind to do that for
We
us.
don't need the mind to do that for
The
us.
good part is the mind can take a break.
The good part is the mind can take a break.
I work my mind all the time.
I work my mind
Too hard.
too
It
hard.
deserves a break today.
It deserves a break today.
And I'm giving it one.
And I'm giving it one.
I'm going to allow it to take a break.
I'm going to allow it to take a break.
And I'll do it cellularly,
And I'll do it cellularly,
energetically,
energetically.
and it'll be fine.
And it will be fine.
And everything's going to work fine too.
And everything's going to work fine too.
Hands down, nice deep breath. And how's that now?
That was fine. I have no thoughts about it now.
Okay. And how's the pain?
It's gone.
Pain is gone. And how's the constipation feeling?
It's a little there, but not.
We might just not have gone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We've already worked on the transit time. That'll change. And you just have to see how that works out. So how are you feeling right now?
Okay, my stomach hurts a little. But
Your stomach still hurts a little, okay. Where's it
I'm
at?
more relaxed. Just in this area.
So that's below your tummy, per se. That's below your stomach. It's down in your intestinal area, right? In your belly.
Yeah.
In your tummy. Okay. So we'll work on your tummy pain. How much is it now?
4.
A 4? I had a 6, okay. Okay.
As I move around, maybe it's that position.
Better or worse?
5. No, worse.
Huh?
Worse.
Worse. 5, okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to say, even though
Even though
I have a pain in my tummy,
I have a pain in my tummy,
and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better,
and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better.
because it's there.
Because it's
It's real.
It's real.
And this is just some tapping.
And this is just some tapping.
I can't imagine that this could really work on my stomach pain.
I can't imagine that this could really work on my stomach pain.
And yet, I know it works on other pain.
And yet I know it works on other.
Why don't I believe it about this?
Why don't I believe it about this?
But I don't.
I don't.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Never is going to work for me.
Never going to work.
Nothing's going to work for me.
Nothing's going to work for me.
But I love and accept myself no matter what.
But I love and accept myself.
We go top of the head. This tummy pain.
This tummy.
This pain in my tummy.
This pain in my.
Say your words. Say your
This
words.
pain in my tummy is uncomfortable.
Under the eyes. I can't let this pain go,
I can't let this pain.
because if I do, there's nothing for me to do.
Because if I do, there's nothing for me.
I have to suffer.
I have to.
I have my period. I have to suffer.
I have my period. I have.
That's the way it feels to me.
That's That's the way it feels.
If I
to me.
don't suffer, I'm not really having a period.
If I don't suffer, I'm not really having a
I've gotten used to having pain during my period.
I've gotten used to having
It's happened all my life.
It's happened all my
And I don't expect to not have pain.
and I don't expect
I expect to have pain with my period.
I expect to have pain. with my-
If I don't have pain, I'm not really having a real period.
If I don't have pain, I'm not really having a real period.
That's so silly, isn't it?
That's so silly, isn't it?
But that's how my mind works.
That's how my mind.
That's what my experience has been.
That's what my experience.
Why would you expect me to feel any other way?
Why would you expect me to feel any other way?
That's how I feel about it.
That's how I feel.
So don't tell me how to feel.
Don't tell me.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
On the other hand,
On the other,
I'd like to finally let this go.
I'd like to finally.
I'm not enjoying having pain with my periods.
I'm not enjoying having pain with my.
Top of the head, say your words. Say your words again.
All this pain in my stomach.
I'm trying to make up for the times that I didn't say that.
Period.
Eyebrow point. I let go of this pain in my tummy.
I let go of this.
I release the belief that I have to have pain with my period.
I release the belief that I have to have.
I release the misconception that I have to have pain with my period.
I release the misconception that I have to.
I'm not allowing pain any longer when I have my period.
I'm not allowing pain anymore.
I don't need pain with my period.
I don't need pain with my.
In fact, I need less pain all the time. I can progressively reduce it now.
I can progressively reduce.
Every time I tap another point, it's going to progressively release.
Every time I tap another point, it's going to progressively release.
And until it's completely gone,
Until it's completely gone.
never to return again.
Never to return again.
And that's the way I want it to be.
That's the way I want.
Because I don't need pain to tell me I have a period.
Because I don't need pain to tell me I have.
And I'm not accepting it any longer.
I'm not accepting it any longer.
Side of the hand, I don't need pain in any part of my body any longer.
I don't need pain in any part of my body anymore.
Hands down, take a breath. And let it out. Okay. Nice deep yawn. How's your tummy pain?
Better.
Better, okay. And where's,
That.
what's that?
I like that, what you were saying about not needing pain to feel like I have my period.
Yeah.
With each tap, it progressively lessens. I'm gonna practice that,
Good.
but maybe I won't need to.
How does that work now? How does it feel now?
Better?
What's the number?
2?
2? All right, let's do one more. We're going to do a round with the eye ladder. The eye ladder, we're going to tap the back of the hand right between where the pinky finger and the ring finger, the bones for those fingers that are in the back of the palm, back of the hand. There's a little valley right in between there. You're going to tap that continuously. What we're going to do is we're going to put our eyes on the ceiling like this. And then we're going to drop them about 10 or 15 degrees. Then we're going to drop them again. We're going to drop them again until we're all the way down at the very bottom. And each time we're going to say another reminder phrase as we go. So that's what we're going to do right now. We use this anytime you have a 3 or less on your SUD scale. So tapping the side, back of the hand, you're going to say, I let this pain go completely.
I let this pain go completely.
Drop your eyes down. I don't need pain with my period any longer.
I don't need pain with my period any longer.
I release it at a cellular level.
I release it at a cellular level.
I let it go completely.
I let it go completely.
I don't need it any longer.
I don't need it any longer.
It doesn't serve any purpose
It
anymore.
doesn't serve any purpose.
And I release it completely now.
And I release it completely now.
Hands down, deep breath. Let it out.
I like it.
You like it? You feel?
Mikey likes it.
Are you done with it now?
Yeah.
For now?
Yeah.
We'll see what comes up.
Yeah, I think it's good.
You're just kind of shining me on here.
No, it's really fine where it is.
Okay. I mean, you still have some.
But it's like, if it's like even there, it's like, where is it?
Okay, it's fine. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So let's work on sweets. Because sweets are a big component of your past history, I know, and they're a part of my history. And it's time to let go of the sweets finally. Start to really drop weight naturally and normally. And since we put it on with sweets, it's time to take it off by allowing sweets to be left out of our lives. Okay, you ready? How much do you want sweets in your life? Between 0 and 10.
If I could do it without a consequence, 10.
Well, I have an 8 right now, but I know that I'm lying. I have to be lying because I like sweets. I like my cookies, I like my cupcakes, I like cake, pie. I don't like candy much.
Do you eat sweets every day?
Oh, pretty much every day. Yeah, pretty much every day. Of one sort or another.
Gotcha. Yeah, I relate to that.
So, it's a daily thing, and the idea is that once you start on the sweets, it tends to continue. You tend to eat sweets until you finally either feel guilty or full, or both,
Overfull.
or overfull, yeah. And so it's time to address that. So, I want you to think about sweets if you have a sweet issue in your life. Some people have crunchies, like pretzels and nuts and things of that nature. Other people have sweets. Some people like salty things, so like chips and things. Whatever your issue is that you'd like to eliminate right now, I want you to address it right now as we do this. Just think about your particular eating issue that you just need to have. You feel that you can't do without it. We're going to be dealing with sweets, but we'll also mention other things as well, just for those who have different aspects. So here we go. So I want you to first off think about it, put a suds to it, focus on what it is that you like so much, that you can't do without so much. And here we go. So you say, even though I love my sweets, I can't do without them every day.
I can't do without them every day.
If it's not a cookie,
If it's not a cookie,
it's a piece of pie.
it's a piece of pie.
If not that, a piece of cake.
If it's not that, it's a piece
Or a cupcake.
or a cupcake.
Or a
Chocolate bar.
chocolate bar. Or any other kind of marzipan.
Or any other kind of
Or other kind of candy bar.
other kind of candy.
Anything that's sweet is good with me.
Anything that's sweet is good with me.
And ice cream. Oh, ice cream's nice and sweet.
Oh my God, with chocolate.
I love chocolate syrup on ice cream. Oh, whipped cream.
Cherry on top.
How about a strawberry shortcake? I love all those things. Lemon meringue pie. How cheesecake.
How about the desserts with the cheesecake?
Cheesecake Factory desserts. Absolutely. All those kind of things.
All those
Coconut custard pie, banana cream, Boston cream pie, blueberry, strawberry, rhubarb, cherry pie, apple crumbs, a peach pie with raspberries in it. All these things are the things that I love,
the things that I love.
and I'd like to eliminate them.
And I'd like to eliminate.
Not completely,
Not completely.
but I want to cut them down dramatically.
But I want to cut them down dramatically.
I'm going to cut back on them dramatically
I want to cut back on them dramatically.
because they're not helping my body at all.
They're not helping me.
And I know it.
And I know.
And it's time to change my life.
It's time to change my life.
And I love and accept myself
And I love
and forgive myself
forgive
for having such a sweet tooth all my life.
for having such a sweet tooth all my life.
She was busy yawning. Here we go, top of the head. So, I have a sweet tooth.
I have a sweet
It's an uncontrollable sweet tooth.
It's uncontrollable.
I have to have something sweet when I watch TV.
I have to have something sweet.
After a meal, I have to have something sweet.
Meal, I have to have
A piece of pie, a piece of cake,
pie, a piece of
cheesecake,
cheese,
anything.
anything,
Anything sweet.
anything,
Anything with whipped cream.
anything with
Strawberry shortcake, I love it.
strawberry shortcake.
Ah, strawberry rhubarb pie.
Strawberry
Lemon meringue pie.
meringue.
I love it all. I want it all.
Oh, I love it all.
I want it all. Candy bars.
Cappuccinos.
Cappuccinos, that's right. Cappuccinos.
Frappuccino.
Frappuccinos. Oh, frappuccinos.
7 or 8.
How about any kind of any kind of ice cream?
Any kind
How about an ice cream sundae, or an ice cream soda, or a malted milk,
or malted milk.
bonbons, anything sweet? I love sweets.
Anything
I want sweets. I can't do without sweets. It's my reward at the end of the day. I'm good about everything else except sweets.
good about everything.
I need my sweets. I want my sweets. I can't do without my sweets. I need them in my life.
I need them in my life.
And they're killing me.
And they're killing me.
They're literally killing me.
They're literally killing
They're
me.
making my cells
They're making my
shrivel.
shrivel.
They're making them be bloated.
They're making them be
They're doing all kinds of crazy things to my body.
all kinds of crazy things.
And they're making my entire body acidic.
And they're gonna make my entire body
and
sick.
that causes cancer.
And that causes
Cancer can only live in an acidic environment,
cancer can only live in
and sugar turns acidic.
and sugar turns acidic.
So I'm going to change that now.
I'm going to change.
I don't want to die of cancer. I don't want to contract cancer.
I don't want to contract.
I want my body to be healthy.
I want my body to be.
I'm going to have a healthy body.
I'm going to have.
I'm going to do that
I'm going to do that
by stopping sweets.
stopping sweets.
I'm going to cut back on all sweets.
I'm going to cut back.
Drastically cut back.
drastically
I don't
cut
need
back.
the sweets.
I don't need.
These are an extra in life.
These are an extra.
I don't need them to reward
I
myself.
don't need them to.
That's my illusion. That's my excuse. That's my rationalization.
That's my ration.
I don't need sweets in my life
I don't need sweets
to enjoy my life.
to enjoy my.
And I'll have a much better life without sweets.
I'll have a much better life without.
I'm going to let go of the sweets now.
I'm going to let.
I release the sweets now.
release the sweets
I forgive myself for having sweets in my life all the time.
myself for having sweets in my life.
I was conditioned.
I was.
My mother always made big chocolate cakes with vanilla icing.
My mother always made big chocolate.
But that's no excuse.
That's no.
I'm an adult and have been for quite some time.
I'm an adult and have been for.
It's my choice to have sweets in my life.
my choice to have sweets.
If I became a diabetic, I'd stop instantly, wouldn't I?
If I became a diabetic, I'd stop.
So it's just about my own willpower
It's just about
and knowing what's best for me.
knowing what's.
And I know sweets are no good for my body.
And I know sweets are.
Like I said, they make the body acidic,
Like I said, they make.
and it's time to stop the sweets.
And it's time to.
I now release all urges for sweets.
I now release all urges.
I let them go.
I let them
I
go.
forgive myself for having kept that urge so long.
I forgive myself for having kept that urge for so long.
And I'm not going to have it any longer.
I'm not.
I'm releasing it. I let it go.
I let it go.
I release it from my body.
I release it from.
Most importantly, I release it from my mind.
Most importantly, I release it.
I release all sweets from my future.
I release all sweets from my.
I release all sweets from my present.
I release all.
I have no further urge for sweets.
I have no further urge.
I will not have sweets in my life.
I will not
I
have.
will not enjoy them if I have them.
I will not enjoy them if I.
I don't want them any longer.
don't want them.
I release them for good.
For good.
No more sweets is a good thing for me.
No more sweets is a good thing for me.
Nice deep breath. You stayed with it. Good for you.
I don't know.
You ready?
I don't know.
Yeah, you are. Here we go.
Ready?
Here we go. So you say, even though
Even though
I don't just like
I
sweets,
just don't like sweets.
I like breads.
Oh my.
I like rolls.
Butter all over.
Italian bread.
Italian
Garlic bread.
Garlic
I like rolls.
biscuits.
I love biscuits. I love buttermilk biscuits.
Buttermilk biscuits.
I love those dinner rolls that you make from those little cylinders, and you snap them open and put them in the oven there. And they're tremendous. They're soft and hot and warm, and they're wonderful. I love them all.
I love them all.
And they all turn to sugar.
And they all turn to sugar.
All complex carbohydrates turn to sugar.
All complex carbohydrates turn to sugar.
And it's just like having sweets.
This is giving me a stomachache.
It's just like having
Like
sweets.
having sweets.
And I don't want them in my life anymore.
I don't want them in my.
They're not really serving me well.
They're not really serving.
So I'm going to eliminate those from my life as well.
That goes for pasta too.
And pasta. I love pasta. All kinds of pasta.
All kinds of pasta.
Now remember, I'm not going to eliminate everything, but I'm going to dramatically cut back,
Everything, but I'm going to dramatically.
drastically cut back my intake
drastically cut back
of all kinds of complex
all
carbohydrates.
kinds of
That's
complex
breads,
carbohydrates.
pastas,
Carbohydrates.
carbohydrates,
Pasta.
cookies, crackers.
Overwhelming me.
All this stuff is going to go now,
All this stuff is going to go.
and it's going to go fast.
It's going to go fast.
And I'm going to see the results too.
I'm gonna see it.
And I love and accept myself
And I love and accept myself.
and reinforce my commitment to doing all of this now.
And reinforce my commitment to doing all of this now.
Here we go. I love complex carbohydrates,
I love complex
which means I love bread.
Which means I love bread.
Even 15 grain bread is no good for me.
15 grain bread is no good.
I'm going to let go of all complex carbohydrates,
I'm going to let go of all
like muffins
like muffins.
and like rolls and bagels for sure, and donuts.
Nuts.
Oh, and all kinds of pasta, all kinds of pastas. I'm releasing the pastas now. I'm letting them go. I'm not going to have them as much as I did once. I'm dramatically cutting back, drastically cutting my intake, letting it all go. Going to organic food, fruits and vegetables most of the time. Lots of salad. I love salad. But I'm going to release the buttered rolls, the garlic bread, the buttered garlic bread. Everything that's got butter on it is going out the door. I'm letting it all go. I'm releasing it. I'm going to become svelte. I'm going to get the body shape and type that I want, and the tone that I want. And it's going to come naturally. Not just by diet. The diet's not through willpower. I'm releasing all of those things we just mentioned now. I'm letting them go. With true intent. With real intent.
Not just paying it lip service.
I'm not just paying it lip service. I'm going to do this because it's good for me. My body will react positively. And my body will become less acidic and more healthy. I will suffer less with colds and difficulties, with sinus congestion. It'll all leave me, and I'll feel better. And I will enjoy all the things that I eat. And it doesn't matter then if I have occasionally one or two of these things. But I must start from zero first. Once I get to the point of zero for a protracted period of time, no intake of complex carbohydrates for 3 months. That's all, just 3 months. Then I can allow myself certain things. From time to time on a weekend I'll have something. Not every weekend, but from time to time. Everything will start to fall into place. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to act better. My body will be better. And everything is going to improve in my life. That's what happens when we start to take control of our lives.
That's what happens when we start to take control.
And that's what we're doing now.
And that's what we're doing now.
It's down, nice deep breath. Huh?
You know your number?
I didn't.
Pretty high, right?
On the
Sugar.
on the sugar, yeah, it's pretty high. It's
Not
probably
on the breads?
no. I could do without bread.
What is it now?
On the sugar? 3. And I didn't think about that. I just looked over there. There was a 3 right there waiting for me. I don't know why.
Cool. So you do another round, right?
We'll do one more round on it, sure. So you say, even though I'm down to a 3,
Even though I'm down to
on my need for sugar,
on my need for sugar,
on my illusion of a need for sugar,
on my illusion of a need for sugar,
I love and accept myself nonetheless.
I love and accept myself nonetheless.
Here we go, top of the head. So I still have a 3 need for sugar.
I still have a 3 need for sugar.
And I don't need that either.
I don't need that.
I release that 3 completely.
I release that 3.
I don't need sugar in my life at all.
I don't need sugar in my life at all.
I'm going to relinquish all sweets.
I'm going to relinquish all.
I'm going to release all sweets.
I'm going to release all.
Let them go completely.
Let them go completely.
Release them from my life.
Release them from my life.
I'm going to not allow them to control my life any
I'm
longer.
not allow them to control my life any longer.
I let them go.
I let them go.
I release them
I release them
and let them completely leave my life.
and let them completely leave my life.
I will have no more drive for sweets.
I will have no more drive for sweets.
I let them go out of my life.
I let them go out of my life.
And allow myself
And allow myself
to start to slim down
to start to slip
naturally and normally
naturally and normally
and easily.
and easily.
My life will be better.
My life will be better.
My body will be less acidic.
My body will be less acidic.
And I'm going to feel better soon
And I'm going to feel better
in every way possible.
in every way possible.
Because without sweets and complex carbohydrates,
Without sweets and complex carbohydrates,
my body will have to work less hard,
my body will have to work less hard.
and I'll be feeling better naturally.
And I'll be feeling better.
And that's what I want.
That's what I want.
That's what I need.
That's what I need.
That's what I'm going to have.
That's what I'm going to have.
All right.
That's good.
1. But I can live with a 1. I don't mind.
Why should you?
No, 1 doesn't bother me because I know it's going to be going. It'll go on its own now. If I'm down to a 1, I never work on it. Never bother. It's gone. But I
Do you
was,
have sugar today?
yeah, with some iced tea.
Do you think you're going to have sugar tonight?
Well, that's what I was thinking about. I was trying to see if I had any other things in my house that weren't sugary. And I do. Peanut butter is not sugary. So. But then that's fat.
That's hard on the body to break down, I think.
I stopped eating it for quite some time now. I was eating it for a while. What about alcohol?
Do you need some Tylenol?
No, but I'm just saying, what about alcohol? I'm thinking about people out there.
Well, that's part of it, because I remember going to OA and they were like, in order to give up sugar, you got to give up alcohol, because that converts to sugar.
Well, we've talked about complex carbohydrates, so I think we have to do that. So we're going to do that now.
It's a good one.
So we're going to say, think about alcohol use, because alcohol turns to sugar, and again, your kidney and pancreas really have to work hard to digest it. It affects your kidneys, and your whole body is affected by alcohol, especially if you overuse it. And it turns to sugar automatically. It's an automatic sugar. I mean, every ounce of hard liquor is 100 calories. Every beer is more than 100 calories. Every glass of wine is 100 calories. You figure it out from there. So, let's do alcohol next, because that also turns to sugar, which turns to acid in the body, which makes you more prone to, again, carcinogenic environment. So you ready? Here we go. We're going to say, even though I like my alcohol, I like to have a social drink from time to time.
Social drink.
The problem is it never turns into one drink.
The problem is it never turns into one.
I have a little bit of social anxiety
I have a
sometimes.
little bit of social
And when I'm anxious in a crowd,
and when I'm anxious in a
or
crowd,
talking just to one person,
talking just to one
a
person,
drink makes everything easier.
a drink makes everything.
Or at least it seems to.
At least
It's not true at all.
not true at all.
Oh, it is true.
Oh, it is.
It reduces my inhibitions.
It reduces my.
I become talkative.
I
I become a real personality
I become a real.
instead of shy
Instead of shy
and retiring.
and retired.
And I like that about myself.
And I like that about myself.
That's why I need alcohol.
That's why I need alcohol.
And plus, alcohol is great for a party.
Plus,
I become the life of a party with alcohol.
I become a life of the party with alcohol.
But it's just killing me, and I know it.
It's just killing me. And
It's time to let go of the alcohol, too.
it's time to let go of the alcohol.
And I love and accept myself
And I love and accept
at all times.
all the time.
Here we go, top of the head. So I'm going to let go of this alcohol.
I'm gonna let go of this.
Even though I love a social drink,
Even though
I love to have a social drink,
I love to have a.
but if I become anxious about anything,
if I become anxious about it,
then I have more than one.
then I have more.
And that's when I get into trouble.
That's when I
Almost always I get into trouble that way.
almost always.
And that doesn't work for me.
And that's
And I'd like to let that go completely now.
I'd like to let that go.
Worst of all, alcohol turns to sugar
Alcohol turns to sugar
as my body digests it.
as my body.
And that in turn turns to acid,
And that in turn turns.
which again renders my internal environment carcinogenic.
Which then engender.
My internal environment carcinogenic.
Environment carcinogenic.
And that means I could get cancer from it
That
all.
means I can get cancer.
I know it makes my liver bad.
I know it makes.
My kidneys work harder.
I know it makes my kidneys.
And my whole body suffers
And my whole body.
whenever I get drunk.
Whenever I get drunk.
So it's not good for me.
So it's not.
And it kills brain cells on top of everything else.
And it kills brain cells on top.
So
of everything else.
after all is said and done,
And after all is said and done,
despite all the quote unquote fun,
despite all.
it's time to let go of alcohol.
It's time to let go.
I relinquish any need for alcohol.
I really wish I.
I know I can tap if I have social anxiety.
I know I can tap if I.
I let go of all need for alcohol.
I let go of all.
It doesn't really do me a lot of good.
Doesn't really give me a lot.
Whenever it feels like it's helping me through a socially difficult environment,
Whenever I feel like it's helping me through a socially difficult environment,
I always suffer the next day.
I always suffer.
I'm tired of it. And I don't need to be that way any longer.
I don't need to be.
I let it go now.
I let it
I release my need for alcohol.
I release my need.
I release my desire for alcohol.
I release my
I release all drive for alcohol.
I release all drive for alcohol.
And alcohol doesn't taste very good anyway.
And alcohol doesn't taste very good.
So I'm going to release it completely now.
I'm going to release it completely.
I don't want it in my life.
I don't want
I
it.
don't want it in my body.
I don't want it in my
I
body.
release it completely.
I release it completely.
Hands down, deep breath. So we're going to do a short tapping round, and then we're going to do some presence. And presence is very simple. All we're going to do is just look at me, and I'm going to look at you. And if you'd like to do that, feel free to do so. It's very simple. All you do is just look. And I'll instruct you as we do it when we get to that point. It won't be long, but it'll be short. It'll be soon. So we're going to say, here we go. We're going to say, even though I may have some resistance to being present.
I may have some resistance to being present.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what that is.
And I don't like staring at people.
And I don't like staring at people.
I don't want to stare at the screen.
I don't want to stare at the
I don't want to stare at you.
screen. I don't want to
I don't even like you.
I don't even like you.
But I love and accept myself nonetheless.
I love and accept myself
I'm
nonetheless.
going to say, I don't know what this present stuff is,
I don't know what this present,
but I like to do tapping,
but I like to
not staring.
not stare.
Even if it's not staring, I'm not sure I want to do it.
Even if it's not staring, I'm not sure.
But on the other hand,
But on the other hand,
if it was really cool and felt good,
if it was really cool and felt good,
and I actually felt something happening,
and I actually felt something happening,
I might like that.
I'm going to like that.
But I have a lot of resistance to doing this.
I have a lot of
I want you to know that.
I want you
I have a lot of resistance to doing
a
this.
lot of resistance to do
I don't want to do any presence.
I don't want to do any present.
I want to do tapping.
I want to do
I'm watching a tapping group.
I'm watching it.
So where did this presence stuff come in from?
Where this present stuff.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want
I'm not sure I want to do that.
I'm not sure I want to.
Maybe I'll do that.
Maybe I'll do that.
It could be okay.
It could be okay.
I don't even know what I'm talking about yet.
even know what I'm
You haven't explained what it is yet.
Haven't even explained
How do you expect me to do it if I don't know what it is?
How do you expect me to do it if I don't know what it is?
I don't know what this presence
I
is.
don't know what this present is.
But I will listen at least.
But I will listen.
And if it seems like something I want to do, I'll do it.
If it seems like something I want to do,
And if not, then I won't.
and if not, then I won't.
So there.
So there.
But the truth is, I don't know what it is yet.
I don't know what it is,
But I'm willing to listen.
but I'm willing to listen.
And we'll see where it goes from there.
And we'll see where it goes from there.
And that's okay with me.
And that's okay with me.
All right. So presence is simply being here now. You've heard the words, I'm sure, someplace along the line. But it's very simple. To be present, all you have to do is make eye-to-eye contact. So if you're watching this on a computer or a TV screen, just make eye-to-eye contact with me. Now, if you don't want to look at me, you can look at a picture or a painting. You can look at a plant. You can look at the plants. You can look at the flowers. But it just seems to work better when you look eye to eye. And when you do that, all you do is look me in the face, and I'll look you in the face. Look in my eyes. And one thing, don't blink. Just keep your eyes fixed and open. Now I'm going to show you two ways to do this. The first way is just to do that. And now I'm present. If you're wondering what I'm doing, what's different, is I've simply defocused my eyes because I've chosen to see over here and over here out of the peripheral sides of my eyes. To do that, I actually have to open my eyes up a bit, and I've learned how to do that. If you can do that now, you'll be present. So just look at me and now look from side to side without moving your eyes back and forth. Just use the peripheral sides of your eyes. Look out to the sides. And now check your mind. It should be quiet. This is presence. Now, if you've tried to do that and it hasn't worked for you, I'm going to give you a more mechanical way to accomplish that. It's very simple. Lock your eyes on mine, no blinking. Because when you blink, your mind keeps coming back in. That's the reason we do that. No blinking. And please, don't tell me that you can't do it because you need, fluid in your eyes. I do this all the time, and I don't have any problem with it. It's just a mental thing. So just allow yourself to, if you need to blink, blink, but it's not going to work as well for you. So here's all you do. Just look at me. Put your hands up like this, on either side in front of your face, right at eye level, and now bring them out. Watching your hands with your eyes without moving your eyes. Keep your eyes fixed on mine, and just move your arms out, your hands out, following them all the way back until you can't see them anymore. They'll be behind your ears. Like, I can't see them now, but I can see everything in the room. Once you get out there, you just bring your hands down very softly and gently and put them in your lap. You should be able to see everything in the room now. Again, don't blink. If you do blink, come right back and do it again. Bring your hands up. Bring your eyes out again. Peripheral vision. All the way out, all the way. And drop them down. And this is presence. If you find your mind coming back in, you just say, not now, mind. No, not now. You notice how softly my hands move? I'm not doing that purposely, it's just part of presence. My voice has gotten quiet. It's part of presence. This is presence. If you find that you have to blink, blink, and then come back to presence. It's just the mind. If you find yourself getting an itch behind your ear, or your nose becomes itchy, or the top of your head, or some other place, just say, I see what you're doing, mind. I see what you're doing. And then watch the itch go away. Conscious mind will try to keep you out of presence as much as it can. It's afraid of it. Don't allow it to do that. Just be present. Whatever is here with you is part of God's world. You can focus on anything. If you can see it, feel it, hear it, taste it, smell it, it's part of God's world. And you can be present with it. Take a nice deep breath now, please. And allow your eyes to close. And just return from presence. And this is how we do a Borrowing Benefits group here at our Center for Inner Healing. We look forward to seeing you each and every Wednesday night. And you can pick us up at centerforinnerhealing.com. or tedrobinson.com if you wish. Both places will take you to the same place. In the future, we're going to be doing this on Google Plus and streaming it out to everyone, so you can participate with us in real time on your computer. But you need to become part of Google Plus and include Ted Robinson as part of your friends circle, and then you can participate for free each Wednesday and Sunday nights. Look forward to seeing you soon again. Good night.